Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be reading a child's book, and it's called Dr. First, originated by Roger Hargreaves. This is about Doctor Who. Meet Dr. First. He is in a bad mood because he can't find his granddaughter. However, that soon becomes the least of his problems. Good morning, Grandfather, said Susan. Good. I don't think there's anything good about it, grumbled the doctor, who was not in a good mood. Why wasn't he not in a good mood? It was the TARDIS. It has been making clinking noise all night long and kept the doctor awake. Something was wrong, and the doctor knew that he was going to have to land somewhere and fix the problem. The nearest planet was Earth. The doctor did not like Earth. It was a small, ugly, populated by particularly irritating people. Particularly irritating and not very clever people. But the doctor had no choice, and he and Susan landed in London. The doctor was in one of those moods where he was best left alone. He set about fixing the TARDIS and put him in a better mood. He whistled as he worked. Whistling was something that the doctor rarely did. The TARDIS was soon mended, and it was time to go. But where was Susan? Out exploring the city, no doubt. The doctor waited and waited, and he waited some more. He began to worry and decided that he better go and look for Susan. He stepped out of the TARDIS and was immediately confronted by a group of strangely dressed people. The doctor was appalled by their casual dress sense. "Hey, man, what's your name?" asked one of the badly dressed people. "The doctor," replied the doctor. "Hi, Doc. Nice to meet you." The doctor frowned. "I am not Doc. I am Doctor. I am a Time Lord." "Wow, groovy." The doctor frowned again. Groovy was another word he did not like. The doctor had an awful feeling that all was not well, so he began his search for Susan. As he passed a dark alleyway, a movement caught his eye. There was something lurking in the shadows. The doctor's quick mind instantly suspected an alien. Cautiously, he crept down the alley. Suddenly, a door opened, and the light from the door revealed the shape in the shadows was a... What is it? What is it? Cat. It was a cat. With a sigh of relief, the doctor returned to the street. He was troubled. He could not put his finger on it, but he felt a strong sense that something wasn't right. And when he turned the corner, he discovered he was not wrong. He was right. It was the Cybermen. They were in London, and they were not on a holiday. The doctor knew the Cybermen well enough to know they were not sightseeing. The Cybermen were not interested in the changing of the guard. Cybermen were not interested in souvenirs. What they were interested in was taking over the world. The doctor ran for his life as the Cybermen fired the lasers at him. The doctor was not fast. He was far from fastest thing on two legs, but he could still outrun the Cybermen. For, in fact, the Cybermen could not run. See the lasers. He had to find Susan, and as luck would have it, he found her on the next street. She was listening to some music on the radio, pop music. The doctor would not have described pop music as music. He would have described it as noise. The doctor frowned, but it gave him an idea. He made some quick adjustments to the radio. The radio waves drifted down the street, and the effect on the Cybermen was extraordinary. They were thrown into confusion. The wires crossed in their mechanical brains. The legs jerked and the arms whirled. They did not know whether to take over the world or to dance. It was all too much for them. They turned tail and fled for the spaceship. The effect was equally dramatic on the doctor. He smiled. "You're smiling," cried Susan in amazement. "Nonsense," he huffed. "Time Lords don't smile." And not for the first time that day well, can you guess? That's right. He frowned. I hope you enjoyed this book. There's a series of these, and next time we'll be talking about Dr. Second. Have a good day.